The WNBA continues to fail to meet the moment. Terrible decision to allow Marina Mabrey to stay in the game. People are watching as never before, and this is what they see, ?
Newly leaked audio exposes the WNBA's darkest truth yet. What Marina Mabrey said to Caitlin Clark and Sophie Cunningham wasn't just ugly, it was vile. This isn't trash talk, this is targeted humiliation. And the WNBA's silence? Even worse. The league already grappling with public trust and growing scrutiny.
It's on him. Look at Mabrey.
Player, but cooler edge prevailed.
Hey!
He was up 10 at this point.
Hey, we would have been crashing that team.
Courtney, if somebody ever tackles you like that,
nobody would ever tackle me like that. They would play with Bridget like that, and then we would have to like take it up there.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
But I'm just saying.
Nobody would ever play with me like that.
If that ever happened, you better crash out behind me, because I'm crashing out behind you. We can share the same jail cell.
Now finds itself at the center of a scandal that speaks volumes about its internal dysfunction. This isn't just one player lashing out, this is a systemic failure to protect the very foundation of its growth. Caitlin Clark, the league's rising sun, its media magnet, the reason ticket lines wrap around blocks and TV networks are renewing deals, is being hunted, not by...
So it's really people out here defending Marina Mabrey for Madden hit sticking Caitlin Clark to the floor, saying that she's just protecting her teammate. For one, it involved Caitlin Clark and JC Sheldon. They had their little spiel before that. And then JC Sheldon scratches Clark in the face, then invades her space after that. Clark pushes her away because of that. And then Marina Mabrey comes get involved and Madden hit sticks her to the floor, man. And y'all just like she was protecting her teammate. But then Sophie Cunningham is getting called vile and disgusting for dropping JC Sheldon to the floor and dragging her by the hair. So Sophie Cunningham can't stick up for her teammate, or else it's vile and disgusting. But Marina Mabrey could get involved in something that didn't involve her, and it's just she was protecting her teammate. The Caitlin Clark
rivals on the scoreboard, but by jealous peers who owe their paychecks to her spotlight. She didn't enter the WNBA with demands or arrogance. She came with humility, hard work, and a game that electrified fans. Yet June 17th was the tipping point, the moment the mask slipped and the undercurrent of resentment boiled over. Marina Mabrey didn't merely bump Clark. The leaked courtside audio makes it crystal clear. This was intentional. She shoved, she cursed, she taunted, and when Clark hit the hardwood, Mabrey didn't flinch. She danced, she laughed, she mocked. The Millie Rock celebration wasn't a moment of hype. It was a declaration of war, a public display that mocked the very spirit of sportsmanship. The audio didn't come from a fan's shaky phone. It came from the WNBA's own courtside mics. Mics installed for broadcasting and accountability picked up every hateful word, every arrogant snicker, and now the world hears what was whispered courtside. Contempt for the league's most valuable asset. This wasn't heat of the moment passion. It was premeditated, cruel, and revealing. $206,667 a year. That's Mabrey's salary. Money that
Marina Mabrey shoves Caitlin Clark to the ground after she's slashed in the eye by one player, rushed by another. Like, I can clearly see why some of y'all teams in the WNBA are just not successful, bro. Like, y'all don't know how to act. We just gonna call it for what it is. Y'all don't know how to act. Like, there's basketball stuff, and then there's just completely playing dirty.
Exists because Caitlin Clark broke college viewership records, sparked a fever resurgence, and gave life to a dying brand. Clark turned sleepy arenas into media spectacles. She made merchandise fly off shelves. She made casual viewers into loyal fans. Yet here was Mabrey mocking her, abusing her, showing the world what ungrateful looks like in real time. Let's lay out the math. Caitlin Clark drove 26.5% of all WNBA economic activity in her rookie season. That includes ticket sales, TV ratings, merchandise, endorsements, sponsorship renewals, everything. When she plays, the WNBA averages 1.178 million viewers. Without her, a pitiful 394,000. That's not a gap, that's a canyon. Marina Mabrey exists in that gap. She thrives in the shadow cast by Clark's brilliance. And her response to the entire incident, an Instagram Live with just 8 dismissive words. Damned if I do, damned if I don't. No apology, no accountability, no shame, no indication that she understood the gravity of her actions. She didn't just disrespect Clark, she disrespected every fan who paid to see greatness, every young girl who looks up to women's basketball, every teammate trying to build something positive, every sponsor investing in hope,
I am really trying to figure out why the entire WNBA acts like they hate Caitlin Clark. Maybe not the entire WNBA, but in tonight's game with the Indiana Fever and the Connecticut Sun, it was a dead ball and Caitlin Clark literally got shoved to the ground. This tweet really sums it up. Marina Mabrey shoved Caitlin Clark to the ground. Again, it was a dead ball. She didn't get ejected from the game. If you watched the game, it was very evident. It looked like Caitlin got hit in the eye by a different player. Play is over, and then both of these players from the Suns come over and just knock her to the ground. And I've said it before and I'll say it again. I don't understand why this is all happening to Caitlin Clark, who's brought so much attention to the league. Frankly, revenue and viewership numbers. She single-handedly has made the broadcast rights go up.
paycheck tied to this sport's future. And it's not just this game. Mabrey has a pattern. She's been traded or requested trades from multiple teams, always at the center of friction, always deflecting blame. Coaches have tried, teammates have distanced themselves. She doesn't want competition, she wants chaos. She isn't playing for legacy, she's playing to wound, to distract, to take the light off others and redirect attention with controversy. But where there's darkness, there's always someone willing to step into the light. Enter Sophie Cunningham. When everyone else looked away, Sophie stood tall. While Mabrey mocked and laughed and flipped off fans from the sideline, Cunningham got ejected, not for violence, but for defending her teammate. She didn't throw punches. She threw herself between Clark and the storm. She didn't flinch. She didn't fold. She rose. In an interview days later, Sophie didn't grandstand. She didn't boast. She said what leaders say, "I'll protect my teammate. Always." And when she called out the referees, who've mysteriously swallowed their whistles every time Clark gets hit, fans took notice. Cunningham reminded the league what integrity looks like, and it resonated. Because here's the truth, Marina Mabrey received a technical foul. That's it.
Do you feel like we baby Caitlin Clark too much in the WNBA?
No, man. I think that transformative players, if that's the word, are generational players. You know, they come once in a lifetime, and she's that type of player, right? We've been watching it. We watched it first. Sabrina Ionescu, we thought she was going to be the one, and then Caitlin Clark came and did it bigger, right? We got these players that just do it bigger, and unfortunately, I'm not going to say unfortunately, but the players have been grinding and ain't seeing the love that she's been seeing. Now are like, that ain't right. Like, we've been grinding. We should get that love, but she's a difference maker. She's somebody different. Like, the three wasn't cool till Steph Curry came. Right. So it's that same type of thing that I think the WNBA is going through with Caitlin Clark, where it's like you got somebody that's so different and doing things in a different way than everybody else, and it's just going to take time for the rest of the league to be like, yep, she's great.
Caitlin Clark is the golden goose. Every game she is dropping golden eggs, and they are trying to strangle the golden goose to death. There's jealousy, there is hate. Everyone in the league seems to hate the fact that Caitlin Clark is making the league relevant. If I were advising Caitlin Clark, I would say start your own pro basketball league for women. I don't know why she benefits from the WNBA at all. She could go out, she is the draw for women's basketball, and set up her own league. She might even be able to own the majority of the league. She could probably become a billionaire. Set it up with far fewer teams. You play far fewer games. Heck, they did it with Live Golf. I think the audience would follow Caitlin Clark.
Later upgraded to a flagrant 2, a symbolic slap on the wrist. Meanwhile, Sophie was tossed instantly for loyalty, for standing up against bullying, for protecting a teammate who has been let down by everyone else. Even worse, Mabrey's been doubling down, posting TikToks with songs like "Can't Keep My Hands to Myself," "No Regret, No Remorse." Just more trolling, more provocation. Meanwhile, Cunningham's jersey sales are skyrocketing because fans fans recognize authenticity when they see it, because fans know who the real ones are. Let's go back to numbers. Again, Caitlin Clark's economic footprint is approaching $875 million. Let that sink in. Hotels in Indianapolis are booked out months ahead because she's playing. The Fever are building a $75 million.
But you know what? The greatest thing I saw tonight was Sophie Cunningham. Thank you. Thank you. Sophie Cunningham was about to give she's about to give her the Stone Cold Stunner, bro. I'm gonna put it right here, bro. She was gripping JC's shoulder and straight bumped her. She was straight grabbing her hair and was talking shit while doing it. That's what I'm talking about. That's how you become a teammate. That's a road dog. That's a real teammate, bro. She see what made me mad the play before. Howard, none of them jokers didn't stick up for Caitlin Clark, but that's how you stick up for Caitlin Clark. That's how you fight for your teammates. That's how you do it.
As we watch the WNBA every day because of the way they play the game, because I love the WNBA, I love the way they play the game, but we really watch it because Caitlin Clark and everybody watching. Now listen, if I keep bumping her, knocking her down, might get her a concussion, you might hurt her for real. For 2 weeks, she was done with like a hamstring. She was down. 55% of the viewership was down. She comes back the next game, it's about 3 million viewers. Now let me tell you something. Growing up in the hood, they teach you this. Always protect the money. Y'all keep hurting her and all that. She's going for a year or two. Ain't nobody gonna watch it. If nobody watches, how y'all gonna make and generate money? Stop playing with that girl home. Look, y'all need to start doing is put them emails together with the commissioner to the referees. Don't put y'all damn hands on Caitlin like that.
$1 million practice facility because she exists. Online traffic surged 501% when she was drafted. That's not hype. That's reality. That's a generational shift. And yet she's the one being targeted. Mabrey, on the other hand, is the face of a culture that mocks the very system keeping it alive. You don't spit on the ladder you're climbing, but Mabrey did, then danced on it. The disrespect is not only harmful, it's reckless. And the league's failure to act is a betrayal of everything it claims to stand for. The league, silent, except when it made things worse. After the incident, the WNBA actually promoted Marina Mabrey. Yes, promoted. A tone-deaf marketing move that left fans furious and players speechless. Young girls were confused. Is this what success looks like? Is this what the league celebrates now? Mockery over merit? This isn't basketball anymore. It's betrayal. Betrayal of values, fans, players, and the future.
Let's look at the WNBA and Caitlin Clark. Who is set to make WNBA players more money? Is it Angel Reese, the author of the Me Bound? The Me Bound that she's now going to copyright, and she's trying to get all the rights to it so she can glorify the Me Bound? Basically a made-up stat for someone who can't hit layups? No, it's not Angel Reese. Does Angel Reese help add to the legend that is Caitlin Clark? For sure. Caitlin Clark is going to print money for the rest of the WNBA.
Caitlin Clark, please leave this league and let it crumble. Please, this league does not deserve football somewhere else. Your fans will follow you. We will follow you wherever you go. But let this shit crumble and burn to the fucking ground, man. Let the viewership drop below 50%. Let them lose hundreds of millions of dollars again, man. Let them go back into fucking irrelevancy. Nobody giving a damn about none of these players. Just leave.
The week Clark sat out with a quad strain, national TV viewership nosedived, down 55%, from 1.81 million to just 847,000. That drop, that's Mabrey without Clark. That's the league without its star. That's the market showing you loudly who matters. And now people are asking the unthinkable. Should Clark leave the WNBA? It's not a joke, it's a movement. Fans are begging her to go, to take her talents, her brand, her billion-dollar energy somewhere that protects her, values her, respects her. Even Ice Cube's Big 3 League reportedly offered her $5 million. That's 60 times her WNBA salary. That's the open market begging her to jump ship. They see what the WNBA doesn't. She is the product, she is the moment, she is the hope, but nothing reveals Mabrey's petty jealousy more than her behavior toward other players.
A lot of WNBA players hate Caitlin Clark because they just learned that they were not actually that good. They were never actually that good. She's been in this league for roughly a year and some change. She's already got like scoring records, like triple-double records. She's clearly outpacing y'all when it comes to being able to play the game. So much so that y'all now just resorting to just hack a Caitlyn, I guess? It ain't even really hacking. It's just straight up fouling her. And this is players of all races, creeds, whatever it is. They don't like that she's actually a good player, bro. And more important than just being a good player, she's great at this. She's better at the game than the vast majority of the women who've played this sport for the last 20-something years.
Some of the most unlikable athletes ever created, which makes it a tough watch for a lot of people. So now we've got people we actually like and sort of want to watch, want to support, and this is the product the league is putting out. This is the product that the league, I don't think, understands. You're showing your product to new fans. You're finally, and this is how sports leagues truly make it. You have to bring in the casual viewer, and Caitlin Clark is going to bring in the casual viewer.
Players. After trashing Clark, she's all smiles and selfies with Paige Buchers. Suddenly she's warm, friendly, civil. What changed? The threat level. Paige doesn't threaten her relevance. Clark does. This is textbook envy, friendly to the harmless, vicious to the powerful. And it's not just Mabrey. The entire system is complicit. The WNBA had a chance to set a precedent, to draw a line in the sand. Instead, they shared a promo of Mabrey post-assault as if she were the hero. They chose virality over virtue, optics over ethics. Fans saw through it. Critics were loud. The message: if you attack the star, we'll still boost your brand. If you mock the fans, we'll still protect you. What does that tell young athletes watching? That disrespect is rewarded? That envy is more marketable than excellence? Mabrey's leaked audio was more than words. It was a mirror to a broken league. And Caitlin Clark? She's the reflection of...
I'm dialed in. I need to focus on hitting my shots, making sure I'm executing the schemes right. I'm not focused on the extracurricular activities. And you know what? During that, it was just part of the game. I think the refs had a lot to do with that. It was a build-up for a couple of years now of them just not protecting, the star player of the WNBA. And so at the end of the day, I'm going to protect my teammates. That's what I do. And I'm a team player, so it's all good.
Of everything right. She is the future the league should be protecting, not the target they keep letting get hit. She's the reason Marina makes 6 figures, the reason TV deals get signed, the reason fans care. And instead of celebrating her, they target her. Sophie Cunningham, she's the exception, the defender, the one who said enough. There's even a petition now to ban her for being too physical while defending Clark. And yet, her popularity soars. Her courage speaks louder than any stat line. Why? Because fans still believe in honor. And Sophie brought it back. When asked why she stood up, she said, "I'm just being me. I'm dialed in, focused on the game, but if I see something wrong, I step in." That's what a real teammate does. That's what leadership looks like. That's exactly what the WNBA needs more of before it loses the only star keeping the lights on. Because let's be brutally clear, without Caitlin Clark, there is no spotlight, there is no sold-out arena, there is no $200,000 salary for Marina Mabrey, and there certainly is no future for a league that lets its brightest flame be extinguished by its own.